Welcome to Make It Monday. Today we're going to be focusing on bringing the beautiful colors of the inside of the card out to the front. Let's get started. For today's card, I'm going to be using a couple stamp sets. I have the Make It Mark It mini stamp set Garden Guild. I also will be using the Quilted Summer stamp set. And the little flowers in that set are really cute. And then I'll be using the scripted dies. These are new dies that just came out. And the dies that go with the Quilted Summer stamp set, and the circle from Limitless Layers 2.5 inch circle collection. And here I have an A2 card that I've cut from Fresh Snow Fine Linen cardstock, and I'm going to place the Limitless Layers circle just on the front of the card and off the edge a little bit so it cuts just off the edge. And you can remove that circle, and when you take it out, you'll be able to see the inside of the card. I'm also going to be using this Harvest Gold pattern paper, and I'm going to cut another Limitless Layers circle out of the Harvest Gold, and this is going to go on the inside of the card, and then I'll just trim off the little piece on the edge that is hanging off. And this will create a pretty colorful piece for the inside of the card that peeks through the card front. So we'll go ahead and take that out for right now. First, we're going to open up the card and just decorate the card front with a few little floral stamps. And these are from the Make It Mark It mini Garden Guild stamp set. I'm going to start with the leaves with Simply Chartreuse ink and just randomly stamp some of the leaves around the front of the card, trying to space them out somewhat evenly, but rotate the leaves a little bit so it's more random looking. Oops, I made a little mistake on that one and I just stamped it again. And it's always good to have some of the stamps going off the edge a little bit, just for more of a random sort of look. And next I'm going to use the little flower from that same stamp set, and I just want to stamp it in Pure Poppy, Aqua Mist, and Harvest Gold just to add a few more colors to the front of the card. So here I'm just finishing up the Harvest Gold, and I've already done the Aqua Mist flowers. Just making little groupings around each set of leaves. And it adds a little bit of color. Now I'll go ahead and attach the Harvest Gold pattern paper to the inside of the card. And you can just close the card and place it right in there and stick it down. And I'll just trim that off with my scissors. To add a sentiment, I've die cut this new scripted dies out of ripe avocado pattern paper. And I'm just going to place that a little over the cutout with the tail attached to the white part so it's not just hanging there. It'll be floating over the hole a little bit. Then I have some Quilted Summer dies and I've gone ahead and cut the flower. I'm going to stamp the leaves with ripe avocado ink and the flowers with Pure Poppy ink. I thought the stems would be pretty in a little bit darker ink that I used on the front of the card just to give a little more depth. Now I'll go ahead and do the Pure Poppy flower petals. And I always put my stamps on the front and the back of my block just to make it quicker, so they're all ready to go when I want to stamp quickly. Okay, now before I adhere that to the inside of my card rather, I have some Coats metallic thread. This is for a sewing machine thread. It's a metallic gold, and I thought it would be really pretty if I just cut off a piece and wrap it around my hand and then do a little circle of thread behind the flowers. Just to add a little bit of sparkle and something different. It doesn't show up all that well on camera, but it's so pretty in real life. So I have the rest of the sentiment. It says, "You brighten my days," and that's from the scripted stamp set that goes with the dies. So I just went ahead and stamped that right above the flowers. Now I'll go ahead and attach the U with some glossy accents. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the very tip of the tail and the Y and the O. I won't put any adhesive on the U so it doesn't stick to the inside of the card. The glossy accents is nice because you can kind of slide it around and get it just where you want it to be before it sticks permanently. And then I'm going to put a little bit more glossy accents on the flower, and I'm going to attach it right over the gold thread, and that will hold the gold thread in place. And when placing this little flower, I just want to make sure I don't stick it to the front of the card because it's actually going to be on the inside of the card. So when you open up the front, you'll be able to enjoy it on the inside as well. So that is pretty much it for this card. I really like how you open it up and you get a little burst of color on the inside as well, and you can decorate the inside with more stamping and flowers. And I just added a few sequins, and I think my card is complete. So for today's challenge, I would like you to focus on decorating the inside of the card and how you can bring that to the front of the card with a little peekaboo window, and just really so you can enjoy the colors on the inside of the card and the outside. I hope you have fun with this challenge. I'll see you next time.